listening to Harry Styles. So this video is gonna be kind of lazy, kind of quick, kind of, yeah. So basically when I do it fast, because my camera's like halfway, basically what I do for videos sometimes, when I have like these rant videos or like these videos where I'm like talking for a long time, I kind of get the ideas from like TikTok sometimes, and either like I have a similar opinion or I form like a different opinion from what like they're saying on TikTok. But I have like a few that I have saved that I feel like aren't worth to be whole videos, so that's what I'm going to be doing today. I'm not going to play the videos here or anything because that's too much editing, too much work, yada yada yada, but I will be adding the link to them on the bottom. I'll screenshot the video here, I'll put a screenshot of the videos here, and then I'll put the links at the bottom of the video, I mean in the description. And while you're down there you can also, you know, follow me on Instagram and TikTok and all these other things, you know, just saying. Anyway, I have 3 videos that I'm going to be talking about. First is, I don't know what I'm talking about. It might be just 2 videos. Honestly, it might just be 1. Yeah, maybe I will. But I'll start with the first one. I'll start with this one, okay? This one. I also don't want to like put it here because I want you guys to go and look at and give the person who these videos, like, you know, their views. Like, I want you to go check it out yourselves, you know what I mean? You know what I mean. Anyway, trends that are ruining relationships, right? Which, yeah, so there's this whole thing like with the let them theory, but the thing is, it's like a lot of people are taking it as like, oh, if they want to be like messed up, just like let them, and like whatever, if they want to keep disrespecting me, I'll just let them do it and I'll just stop talking to them. But they don't know that what they're doing is disrespectful to you. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's like this girl says, like, not communicating encourages avoidance. It's dismissing your own needs and abandoning yourself, enabling harmful behavior and crossing boundaries. So yeah, but also like if someone is doing something that bugs you, why aren't you speaking up and being like, hey, I don't like that? Like, it's like, and I understand like people taking offense, but the thing is, the right person will not take offense to it. Like, if something is bothering you that this person is doing and it's like actively hurting your feelings and actively like harming your mental health, then why don't you just be like, hey, that hurts, hey, can you not do that? Or like, can we talk about this, because like I feel like you're doing this like to hurt me or to spite me and I don't want you doing that. Like, that's kind of how you should go about it, I guess. But the whole like let them theory kind of is just like, you want to like avoid conflict, which it shouldn't be conflict anyway, but you want to avoid standing up for yourself at this point. Like, no, don't let them. Stand up for yourself. If he wanted to, he would. I used to kind of believe in this, but then at the same time, it's like, if you're just dating this person, and I've said this in past videos, some girls don't like flowers, so this guy will not know that you want flowers unless you tell him you want flowers. And yes, I know, like, the whole like, I don't want to tell you I want flowers and you just getting me flowers because I told you I want flowers. But the thing is, if you let a guy know from the beginning, hey, like, I do like flowers sometimes, like randomly, like not just for special occasions, then maybe he'll do it. You know what I mean? Like, you can't just be like, oh, if he wanted to, he would. It's like, if you want to be loved some type of way, you have to let people know how you want to be loved. You can't just expect them to read your mind. You can't just expect them to know absolutely everything. Like, if you go, hey, like, I really want flowers on this day, and they don't do it, then it's like, okay, that kind of sucks. Then you decide there. But if you're like not telling them that you want flowers on this specific day, that's some random social media holiday that somebody made up, then he's not gonna know to get you flowers. He's not gonna care. Like, he's not gonna know. So if you're not letting people know and letting the person in your relationship know that, hey, I want to be loved this way, then you can't just be like, if he wanted to, he would. Like, no. Maybe he wants to, but doesn't know if you'll like it. You don't know how many times my guy friends would be like, I wanted to bring her flowers, but then I felt like I didn't know, like, if that's weird, or like I felt like if what if she didn't like flowers and stuff like that. And it's true, like, a lot of girls probably don't like flowers. Like, a lot of girls like food more than flowers. What if, like, it's just like, yes, if he wanted to, he would, but if you want him to, you have to tell him how, or tell him to. You know what I mean? Not tell him how, but tell him you want to. Tell him what you want. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like, it's just, it's ridiculous to think that guys just automatically have to read your mind or know what you want. Okay. You can't love yourself until you can't love someone until you love yourself. The thing is, I do kind of think that you can't really love someone else until you love yourself, because it's like, it's kind of hard to be in a relationship when you're constantly insecure. This person says like self-love is important. While self-love is important, there's only so much you can heal alone. Sometimes it's the absence of triggers that gives the illusion of safety. This is actually true. Actually, I didn't read this, my bad. Growth is a lifelong journey, so is a relationship. Self-regulation is great, co-regulation is a bonus. That's true, because if you think you're healed, I thought I was healed until I got in a relationship, and then all the triggers started happening, and then I healed through it and now I'm like fine. But that is true. Like, yeah, you could have so much self-love, but as soon as you get in a relationship, things can change, things can be different. So that is true. Self-love can take you as far as being healthy enough to be in a relationship and being secure enough with like yourself, but you need those triggers to know whether or not you're actually healing or if you're moving backwards, you know? You shouldn't have to teach someone how to love you. You do have to teach people how to love you. You do have to, because they don't know you. Like, they don't know you yet. Like, they don't know absolutely every aspect of your life yet. So yes, sometimes you have to teach people how to love you, and that's okay. Especially if you just started dating them. Some people just know, like, some people just know the basics. Like, some people just know, like, you know, I'll get her a gift on her birthday and for Christmas and stuff like that. But if you want more than that, like, I don't know. Like, you have to teach someone, hey, I don't like hugs that often. Or, hey, like, I want more hugs. Like, you have to teach people this. You can't just expect them to know that this is what you want and how you want to be loved. Next video. This one. As I get older, I'm realizing that a lot of people aren't actually good people. They may be entertaining, popular, and smart, but they lack basic decency. This is very true. Like, the older I got with like the friends that I had around me, I realized like they lacked empathy. They lacked like common sense. Like, they didn't know how to handle any type of situation, and then they would get mad at the mistakes they made on purpose. And it was like, how are you getting mad that you got a ticket at a place that said no parking? Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just like, it's stupid to me. Or like talking to your friend and they're like depressed and everything, and then you're just like, oh well, no, you know, you'll be fine, it'll be fine, you're fine. And it's just like, you're not hearing them because you want them to shut up so you can talk about yourself. Like, that's the kind of people that it was just like, you know. Or like, they would like talk bad about like things that I couldn't control, like where I lived, or like the things that were happening in my house, and it was just like, ew. Like, I don't know, it was just weird. But they lacked the common sense that they didn't realize how privileged they were, and they acted like they were underprivileged. It was really weird. Like, they just lacked a lot of like everything, and it was just like, I don't know how to explain it, but it's true. The older you get, you realize like a lot of people just don't know how to like properly live, or like they just lack a lot of things that you would think that they would have at that age. I think that's kind of what I mean. Okay, this video, it says, no, I don't really trust friends because randomly one day my friend group stopped talking in our group chat, and then I found out they made one without me. So if that happens, they're not your friends, because I went through that. I didn't go through like a, what is it? It was like gradual and slow enough that like I just stopped caring, I guess. But it was kind of like, we had a group chat, and then eventually one person stopped talking in it, and then the other person like stopped talking in it, and then eventually like they would send something like randomly every once in a while, but then it was just like they never talked, like, or it was just like they only sent memes to me, but they never texted me separately or something like that. It was stuff like that. And then eventually they all stopped texting in that group chat, and then I found out that it's because they had a whole other group chat with like all of their other friends that I was just like, you know, wasn't allowed to meet, hang out with, or anything, because I don't know what. But yeah, it was like weird. I don't know, I still think about the whole situation as just weird. Like, I was just like, everyone else could make friends with them, but for me, I was like not allowed to make friends with these people, and it just never made sense to me. Because then as soon as like they actually invited me to things, I didn't know them anymore. Like I you know, like that's what I mean. Like if this happens to you and they're like excluding you, stay excluded. Go find other people who want to include you in your life, because they excluded me a lot, and then when they finally tried to include me, I didn't know who my friends were anymore, and I didn't know who these people were, and it just felt like I was in a room full of strangers the entire time. And every time I tried to explain that to them, they like didn't get it. But it was like they had so many other inside jokes and all these other like things that I had no idea about, because I didn't care about memes that much. I wasn't up to date unless they sent it to me, and they were not sending it to me anymore. And it's like I don't care about memes, so I didn't really care about that. But it was just the fact that like I was so out of the loop that I was like, I don't know what's happening anymore. I don't know you people anymore. And it was just really weird. Now that I think back on it, it's just really weird. But if people exclude you, stay excluded, because it's probably for the best, to be honest. That's the last video I have, right? I mean, that's the last thing I have right now. Sorry, this video is a little lazy. I'm just like, I'm not feeling the best lately. Like I think I'm still like residually sick from last week, so like I have a headache. Like I'm not feeling the best, so that's why this video is a little lazy. But I hope you still enjoyed it. Like and subscribe, follow me on things. Hopefully this video helped you out somehow. Sorry, it's a little short. Yeah, follow me and subscribe, and I'm almost at 300 subscribers. I should hit 1,000 by June 6th. Oh, check out my summer prep series. Hopefully it gets better soon, but check out my summer prep series.